It's your boy, Mad Gigabit, Austin here. I got a letter from Comcast. We shall see what this says.
Would you look at that? Comcast cable, 1800 Bishopsgate Boulevard in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Let's see what this says.
Little bit of a backstory, but I have been involved in IT for quite a while. Same with telecommunications, and if you can't tell, I got server racks behind me, down there, servers even. Basically what happened was I got their Gigabit Pro platform. We were told it was an enterprise product, that we could BGP, get as many static IPs as needed. But since we lived in the area where the MUX or whatever it was that can supply the fiber, that we'd be getting it for the $330 a month. Well, we go ahead, get it installed using it. No problem. Absolutely no issues. Until we go to BGP. They refused to do it twice, saying, well, you have a residential account. I said, well, you guys claimed it was enterprise. The past 12 phone calls has been said with the new Orion billing system that we were not residential, but an enterprise account. I escalated up to corporate. I engineered a way through GRE and L2TP tunnels to basically transverse and transport static IPs over a secure tunnel to us, and that's what we did through IPXO. We get a virtual machine that we were installing cloud-hosted router from MikroTik on, and we were basically creating a tunnel from Chicago to us here in Pittsburgh. Well, they did not like that, and they go and terminate the connection saying, you violated the residential terms of service. I said, we're not bound by the residential TOS. You told us we were enterprise. We never signed anything saying it was residential. I pulled up all the signature documents. Nothing said residential because there was a major miscommunication from the Gigabit Pro team to the Metro E Fiber team to business and residential with Xfinity. It then got the attention of corporate. And here's what it says. I just read the letter, and since there's a lot of personal identifying information in there that YouTube would not let me post, I don't care. Basically, they just reiterate, well, he ordered residential service, but they did not provide any evidence, because there is none. They did not provide any evidence that I signed the residential terms of service agreement. They cite it, but they won't include it. Why won't they include it? Because there was none. It was a third-party phone verification saying that I agreed to pay for the 3-year commitment or whatever it was, and that I'd be held liable for any early termination fees, which they did not. There was no ETF fees, nothing for the termination. But, yeah, this letter, all it basically said was, well, he just can't have service. That's all it says is, well, he can't have service. That's it. Like, provide me where my signature was or where I agreed to. But they won't. They will not provide that because they don't have it. They screwed up. They won't admit it, but they screwed up. They should have had me sign it and they didn't. And so what's the best way? Well, we'll just get rid of that one. Well, guess what, Comcast? I know a handful of people who still have your Gigabit Pro service, or whatever you want to call it now, X6. And guess what? They're not paying. They haven't paid for years. And I know that, and I tried to tell you about it. It's all over Reddit with these people. They don't pay because they never shut down the fiber. They had it turned up, and then they never got billed because you've always had issues with your Gigabit Pro. The whole sales marketing thing was wrong. The whole website was wrong. The account was wrong. Technical support was wrong. The whole thing was wrong. You did it as a marketing ploy to try to get at Google Fiber and AT&T, and guess what? It's not happening. But to sit there and say, well, you signed it, but you refused to show me where I signed it, now that is an issue. Because you know I didn't sign it. It's just easy for you to say, well, it was agreed to with every other million customers. But the issue is Gigabit Pro is not your typical residential. Gigabit Pro requires a specialized team to come in, do surveys, do the documents and agreements, and it's not the same. It's not the same as you signing up on a website and clicking, yes, I agree. I didn't have any of that. I did not have any of that. So, once again, Comcast has an L.